Yep, this is how I started. So that when you're cruising around on Facebook, you're like, what is this thing going on? Hello, everybody, it's Charles Vest, and I am live and at the top of one of the mountains. If you're in San Diego, you just look east and you look for the tallest mountain you can see, and you see a bunch of shiny things, which are those things there. Wait, those things there sticking up out of the top. Then you'll know that's where Charles is probably at about, what time is it? 7 o'clock? 7:30 in the morning. Pretty much every morning I am up here. Today I have a heavy heart, but I have a heart filled with gratitude at the same time. Many of you know that I had a best friend that I lost a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago. And you ask yourself, how can you be grateful, Charles? Well, I'm grateful that I knew my friend for 8 years. And you know, what's interesting is that, you know, my lesson from the top, number 260 here, my lesson is that who cares is my lesson, right? Who cares about who you were 10 years ago? Who cares about who you were 20 years ago? You know what's really important is who you are now. Who have you been? What kind of friend are you now? What kind of person are you now? Because so many people have said to me, oh, he touched my life. He was so amazing. And you know what? That's absolutely how you want to live. You know, when you leave, you want people to say that about you. And then there's some people that knew my friend 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and they say things like, well, you know, he wasn't truthful for me, you know, to me, and when he was 19 and when he was 10, he said a lie. And it's like, you know what? I mean, even if those people that told me that are watching this live, I gotta tell you, I don't care. I really don't. I don't care about who you were 5 years ago. I don't care who you were, you know, months ago. If you are better now, if you are a person that has learned your lessons and has made a decision to make a difference in people's lives, that's the person I want to meet. That's the person I want to hang with. Because guess what, folks? If you would have saw me 30 years ago, you would have saw a guy 100 pounds less than I am right now. You would have saw a drug addict. You would have saw a guy that would rip you off in a minute. You would have saw a guy that even his own dog warned his family that he was coming close to the house. That's how bad I was, okay? And so if I was that bad, the people that I messed around with, the people that I screwed up, the family that I let down, they would not, I mean, you talk to them, and if I hadn't had another chance, they would tell you, stay away from that guy. That guy's horrible. But you know what? People change. I change. You know, I got 30 years of sobriety. I'm going to have 31 years of sobriety and clean time on November 1st. Yay! Right? 31. A lot of you aren't even that old. And so I get to be grateful that I can make a difference in people's lives. And I certainly hope that you are one of those people that I have touched, that I am a friend of, and you should be grateful that you get to meet me now rather than who I was before, right? Because that was horrible. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Scott. Hey, everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. So, you know, I am not a real religious person, but I am a spiritual person. And you know, I have this thing, you know, I go to church and I've been going to different churches, and this one pastor said, you know, you should read your Bible every day. And so I went, what the hey, right? What the hey? I'll read it every day. And so I read like this thing called a chronological Bible, and you read one day, you know, like for November, October 16th, I read that. October 17th, I read that. So anyway, when there's that one story that we all know about, you know, they found the adulteress, you know, the lady in the middle of adultery, and they drug her out to the middle of this town, and they went to Jesus, right? And they said, Jesus, you know, it says that we're supposed to stone her. We're supposed to kill her. Not supposed to do anything to the guy, right? He's cool, but we're supposed to stone and kill this lady. I know, I'm preaching, but it's just for 2 minutes. I'll be done. And so, you know what the cool thing I like about it is that I want to treat people like Jesus did. He bent down and he just kind of wrote some things on the ground, and then he looked up at him, and I'm sure whatever he wrote on the ground, people were looking at it and they were seeing their own sins. Folks, nobody here is sinless. We all have a past. We all have done jack stuff. And you know what? Today, I am grateful that I don't do all that stuff. I'm still not perfect. I still got all kinds of problems, trust me. But I am glad that you and I, get to hang out. I'm at the top of a mountain. I just rode my bike, 5 miles to the top of this mountain. I get this view that's behind me, which is the whole city waking up. And I get to do that. I don't have to do that. I'm not, my life is not perfect. I don't have everything I want in life. I'm far from it. I'm even, unemployed at the moment. But I get to live this life, and I get to have friends like you, and I appreciate you. I thank you for being in my life. I thank you for watching this, and I hope that you get something out of this. Here's the bottom line. I don't care about who you were in the past, but who you are today, I hope you're an awesome person, and I hope you are doing things for others, and I hope you do what my friend Seth did. No matter who he talked to, no matter how bad it was for him, he always made you feel better about yourself when he left you. So thank you, Seth. I'm very grateful for you, and I hope that he touched your life just like he touched mine. See you later. That's from the top, number 260.